ban. Dire team ban.
Oh.
DC's turn to ban.
Shadow Demon.
DC's turn to pick.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the broadcast. I'm Breaky CPK, and you're tuning into the Star Ladder I-League StarSeries American Qualifiers. Digital Chaos taking on Team Onyx here in a best of two. Our first match, best of twos, going to be coming at you today once again, and really looking forward to continuing on the action. So hopefully you guys are excited to be here as well. I know I am, and I know my co-caster for today is as well. I'm going to be joined by Minnie here. Minnie, how's it going, man?
Keeper of the light.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, now obviously Team Onyx, they're definitely a hot topic team because they're one of these, as I kind of call them, a pug team of sorts. I know that might be not the best term to use, but it's obviously, a bunch of solid all-star style players, even obviously big name players that are kind of coming together, forming this team. Obviously most noticeably Wanted, another team with Peter Pan Dam and Chessie also doing the same thing. So kind of forming a team together, really making the American region that much stronger. And trying to qualify for some of these events. Now, obviously, this one specifically, it's a pretty tough.
DC's turn to ban.
That are going to be contesting for that, so it's not going to be an easy road by any means. But Team Onyx, so far, they're 1-2-0. They haven't actually gone 0-2 in a series yet, so that is some positive. But no doubt, DC the favorite here, and I'm sure the expected ones to come out on top. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But Minnie, we got a draft already underway, and so some stuff to talk about. Rubik Juggernaut bans from Onyx, and we got a Lone Druid Ember Spirit taken away from DC. Then we have a Coddle Magnus as well, followed by a Shadow Demon Clockwork. So actually a pretty interesting draft here so far, Minnie.
Dire team ban. DC's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Yeah, SD has been still one of the most contested, as you're kind of pointing out right there, and more. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how he has been nerfed several times, and even with the illusion nerfs of patch 7.0, people were kind of figuring perhaps that, all right, finally the Shadow Demon, this idea of the illusion meta would maybe die out somewhat. At least for now, that's not the case. I mean, Shadow Demon himself still a very strong support. Obviously, now you just build more around the Soul Catcher, if anything, as well as using that disruption. And then, yeah, Luna, Terrorblade, there's all these heroes that are still very valuable to have with him. So, yeah, not surprised to see him picked up here. But I'm more intrigued about DC side. Coddle and Magnus. These are two also not popular picks.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah. So we got the third pick now for DC. We'll see how they follow up the Magnus and the Coddle. But Magnus really is kind of an intriguing hero to me. We actually saw it once yesterday. I think Moomiander. Yeah, that's right. Moomiander played it yesterday. Against Complexity. He had a huge RP against them, as you would expect to have with a Magnus player. He also built somewhat combat style. And, you know, with the new talent tree especially, you could really buff up your damage on the hero. I think it's like an attack speed, a plus damage ability, things like that. And you can actually hit really hard yourself as well as getting that big RP off. So I'm kind of expecting the same thing here from Magnus.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, Slark, obviously a popular core hero, but Leshrac, he's kind of been an interesting road. The American team seems like they've been more and more comfortable with him. I know Digital Chaos has used him. Obviously, Complexity is pretty notorious for using him, and in fact, against DC yesterday, we saw Complexity use him and actually in their victory as they ended in the 1-1 split. But it's going to be Onyx's turn right here, so we'll see how they manage to do with the pick, but mhm.
10 seconds remaining.
No.
Dire team pick.
What?
Ten seconds remaining. DC's turn to ban.
That is out of left field, man. Yeah, Troll Warlord is not a popular pickup at all. But again, I don't know if DC specifically has run it before many times.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
This is the first appearance for
Reserve
him.
time. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ah, come on.
Couple things right here I want to bring up. Invoker pickup you mentioned for Onyx. Flea actually played Invoker against Complexity. I cast that series a couple of days ago. Flea's a stand-in for Abed currently, Albed. He played fantastic. He was a really good Invoker that game, and so I'm looking forward to seeing how he does this game as well. But the other thing, I'm also looking at DC's lineup. Man, they got a lot of buff. You know, you got the Empower, you got the Bloodlust from Ogre Magi. Obviously, Kano can assist with things like the Recall here. So it's kind of buffing around this Troll Warlord, and I'm curious if they're going to kind of continue that theme with this final take or not. Yeah. Yeah, Moon Meander has some strong opinions on Twitter lately. I've been seeing that. Well, most recently it's about Lone Druid, actually. You know, he's kind of the hot hero right now. Hey, there's a Slark pick you're kind of getting at there. Team Onyx, they are going to run the Slark in the end, so we'll see how that works for them.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. queen of pain.
Quap. Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Quap. This is my third day of casting out the American region, at least for these qualifiers. I haven't seen a lot of Quap, despite the talking up of Quap lately, level 25. Is it maybe that she really, obviously she's useful throughout the whole game, but her PowerPoint is really that level 25, the Blade Mill, the Lifesteal and everything. Is it maybe it's kind of a little harder to get there than people make it seem, or? Yeah. Mhm. All right, looks like he's back. Clockwork that is, and we're good to go. Resume on with game number one. We're getting things kicked off for the day, guys. Our first of 3 best of 2s coming at you. So we're looking forward. I'm Bricky CPK, joined by Minnie once again as my co-caster. So here we go. The TPs have begun, and as well as the smokes, of course, looking to get down those wards ASAP. Ooh, Misery just skirting around right here. He is going to get the ward down. Going to be exposed. Demon, we'll see if he picks up on that. Oh, he was out of range.
Thirty seconds to battle.
Yeah, no, it's simple things like that. It's kind of funny to say, but exactly, it makes a difference. And a lot of people, they have their tiers of teams, and which I've kind of found like a little silly sometimes. People talk about these tiers because it's like, yeah, obviously you got a team like DC, they're tier 1, I guess, they're the top tier. But then how do you classify other teams like Onyx for like 1.5 or 2 or 3? It's like, okay, well, who's actually making these lists?
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make a play out of it. But yeah, very good start here for TC when it comes just simply with the Vision game. Flea is going to get some delivery there as far as some regen, but Misery going to throw out that Ignite and let the harassment begin. On to Invoker. So Flea going to have a difficult time here. You mentioned Quap also happens to do pretty well against Invoker herself. You got an Ogre Magi thrown in there. It's definitely going to be a difficult task for him. They have given up the top lane though.
Short-sighted of you.
Bottom lane, you got Love Yourself here on the Clockwork. He's in the runaway as Misery coming on over, and Sock's assisting with some auto attacks. So I don't think they're going to get a kill here, but yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage in the meantime, forced to use that regen. But Moomiander using that Empower as mentioned, doing a little bit of jungling, and he's even going to pop a Shrine here earlier on to get that life and mana back up and continue doing his job right there with that Iron Talon as mentioned, the item he loves so much there in that jungle area. Nope. Disruptor comes out, they're going to steal the root, and then now Moomiator in trouble. He missed the Split Earth, though. You know, we talked about... Wait. He's the never ever king, man. I mean, he's the Taunt King after all, but no, God, it's almost like he acted like he thought he got stunned right there. That looked a little funny. Yeah. Speaking of standing there, he basically stood right there. You're figuring that, okay, he's actually dead, so no point. But yeah, Split Earth, it's a difficult ability to land unless you have a setup, but they definitely do with Disruptor, but obviously right there, kind of missed timing and unfortunately missing as a result. So, top lane though, they're going to go for it. Slaughter, Mason jumps in, Sark, excuse me. Pounce is going to leash him out. Reports coming in. Now, Demons take a lot of tower damage. No shockwave ready though for Magnus, and did he actually almost die? He did, wow.
To the impurities.
Troll Warlord. We got Troll Warlord down here. Well, now, I don't know how much insight you have on a Troll Warlord being a pretty unique hero, but what maybe should we expect to see with an item build here?
Finders keepers.
Yeah, both sides. I'm gonna say, and actually Fleeta, as soon as his supports leave, they open. Oh, the timing could not have been worse. Very Fair ain't gonna save him. Now here comes the two supports in Dugu as well as Demon. They will trap Wee on that Quap. There we go with the Splitter, planning to have all Heating, but there's too much nearby, and Wee is gonna survive through despite that Soul Catcher debuff. The uphill attack's also missing quite a bit, so he just blinks away. He will survive in the end, and obviously working out pretty well once again for DC as even another counter ward comes out on top of that.
Illusion.
No, nothing on it anyways, but yeah, it sucks to lose that earlier on. However, Disruption used on Coddle, and now they're looking for a turn though. Demon realizing he's in a bad spot. Troll Warlord going to chase him down. Out come the axes, and Demon trying to walk through. Disruption not going to be ready. Stun comes out. The final auto attack. Nice clockwork block though with the cogs, and a Sunstrike. Resolution will fall right there as a turn kill happens, and Shadow Demon actually lives in the end. So hey, let's just say he planned that all along. Especially when it feels like there wasn't any threat of him dying early on. That just happened to be a coincidence in terms of the rotations and everything. So works out very well. Nice shrine use right here between Demon and Love Yourself. And allow them to go back into the lanes and continue to do their thing. So Troll Warlord's farm overall is still very good, of course, but that obviously is slowing him down ever so slightly. Slark also having the free farm up here at the top lane. We'll keep an eye on that, how that continues to go, but expecting probably the early Shadow Blade. I think that's usually a safe assumption on a hero like Slark.
Bounty, which may make you have the prize. Selfish.
Clockwork again, gonna try to save him though. Sets up the Sunstrike with the Cox. 3 heroes there, so spreading that damage out. But Shadow Demon again barely surviving. Means that Becca looking to finish him off. Will do so. And now Clockwork actually in trouble himself. Most likely gonna be taken out as well. The Mana Leak stun, and yes, there will be a kill onto him. So that Clockwork Sunstrike combo is actually pretty damn strong, but that time around, unfortunately, too many targets and not able to get much out of it there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. It feels like, yeah, not only one, but even two Dominators we see sometimes. I mean, people love this item. It is no doubt the most popular kind of core item, I think it's safe to say, right now on the scene. So, really taking off. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm gonna come out there doing some good damage, but well, they found the jump is the question. Doesn't look like they're gonna be sneaky about it. They'll just pop out, and obviously the regen kicking in for Mason. So no kill just yet. Bottom lane though, rotation coming in. Resolution. And they are gonna be smoked up and charging on inmates. By the time he realizes he's in trouble, now comes the open on the Resolution. The Sunstrike follow up, and down he goes. So yeah, really couldn't do anything about that. That was a good smoking coming out from Onyx. However, Flea's in trouble himself. They put down a sentry just in case of the Ghost Walk, not going to happen anyways, and he will fall in the end. So they end up taking him out anyways in the middle lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And a Lake stun happens. You see the Ignite is up, and Resolution's like, I gotcha! He's going to chase him down again. The axe is thrown out, and successfully gets that kill as a result. More coming through. Shadow Demon dodging initially, but puts onto the Coddle right there. That's just going to delay the inevitable, and he will fall too. So a couple more kills for DC and Resolution. That farm's starting to build back up now. Top 3 of the 4 farmers in this game all belonging on the side of DC. You mentioned Moonmeander especially, second in the game right now. The net worth.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Cog's gonna block him, but the Sunstrike this time a little bit late. Well, the Splitter actually. Now they're turning on a Clockwork. Shadow Demon puts him under though. Gonna delay right here, and the Illuminate goes through, but Love Yourself will survive. So, unfortunately, the timing of both the Sunstrike and the Splitter missing that time around. There's a lot of communication involved with these Cogs going up, but unable to connect right there. So Ogre lives, and DC will kind of reset some things. But then there's also a Co-op again, who happens to be the top farm of the game. She has a Yule Scepter right-clicked right here as far as queued up, which she's trying to get for next. But may need to be a little bit careful as they are rotating mid. But yeah, she's slippery, so pretty difficult hero to kill here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Clockwork with that hook shot. Can he let? Oh yeah, it doesn't have it actually. 15-second cooldown, so not going to be able to assist.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They'll just push now. Yeah.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, they catch him right here. Resolution again going to try to make his way out, and actually gets the cock killed immediately to start running away, but Disruption comes out as well from Shadow Demon, and it will be enough to secure the kill. So a little bit scary right there in terms of chasing him down, but the needs to come through. But that turn kill on a Leshrac actually happening. The Sonic Wave use from Wii. Let me know if that was absolutely necessary, but better to guarantee the kill than to not, I guess. Demon also going to be chased down. Fire Blast on a him, and a double kill for Quap in the end. And they will finish the job that their Throne Warlord started right here. They do take out the bottom tower. So, yeah, the 2 tower kills. I mean, Magnus especially getting the top tower, being the first tower kill of the game. Not expect that. But Moonmeander, he's having a hell of a game. I guess Magnus is becoming one of his more go-to heroes.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Worthy tribute.
I'll take that.
Yeah, you're there, and you know, I knew DC would be ahead, but man, I was not expecting the graph to look like this. 10,000 net worth lead at 12.5 minutes. That is pretty absurd. Nearly a 5,000 experience lead as well. I mean, obviously, you got the top 3 farmers all belonging on their side, so maybe a little more understandable, but you're going to have a Blink Dagger now very shortly. He feels yet to throw an RP out because he really hasn't had the opportunity, but obviously a Blink Dagger going to change that, as you would figure, and Troll Warlord, the Dragonland's going to be worked on next, and more tower pushes to come, I'm sure. Speaking of he's going to chase down Clockwork right here. Silence comes out with that Orchid that he just got already, and he gets the kill on a Clockwork. It's an insanely fast Orchid, man. Love it. The mobility is just pretty absurd, and nothing that Onyx seems that they can do against it. I mean, that's just simply look at this Troll Warlord top lane. The Bloodlust, you got the Battle Trance popped, and he's just swinging away at that tower. So that tower going to drop pretty quickly. Trident meanwhile over here. Silence coming out on a Clockwork. Trying to chase him down, though, so we forced to blink away. The team support is nearby, though. Centaur's ton. Meanwhile, is that a Helmet Dominator? Is that just simply, yeah, it is a Helmet Dominator. That might have been a neutral creep for a second. It's doing its thing, but no, somebody's controlling that and going to box them out, and nobody dying after all of that, but they did get the secondary tower at the top lane, so this doesn't necessarily scream massive tower push, although I guess Troll Warlord kind of is that hero at the same time. You know, Battle Trance allows for that. Yeah. Not often 14 minutes into the game, we're already talking about them trying to end it now, but DC just really has this absurd lead here at this point. 11-3 hero kills, but that only tells very, very mini part of the story. Nearly 15,000. Yeah, that was didn't even mean to do that. Dragonlance has been finished on Troll Warlord. It looks like Shadowblade going to be coming out next, so he's going to even have more amp damage from that as well. Some nice extra mobility, and they take out Roshan. Is that a Troll Warlord picking him up? No, Quap actually picks it up. Yeah, the Aegis here. Does that make sense to you?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do as a team that's really far ahead is just kind of trade towers, honestly. It's because that's just a lot of them build back into the game. So, yeah, DC is going to make a point to defend down here, it seems like. Flea, he has his hand on the Midas finish, although it's not actually on him. But again, you look at his item compared to the side of the Radiant here, and yeah, Shadow Team is going to be found. Flea's like, all right, well, I'm out of here. Kind of using his teammate as bait, but it's understandable at that point. Yeah, 16 minutes in, this game's just getting out of hand. The comeback potential for Team Onyx feels so small right now. I mean, Suck chose to get the Echo Saber first, a little more farm potential, and now Shadowblade is almost finished on him. I guess that could potentially be something, but it's going to need a lot of things to happen in their favor. Leshak's silence the whole time. Has to watch himself die. Yeah, the early Orchid's fun to see. That's as you pointed out, it's not a mine we actually see too often, but because of this lead, I mean, he's like, might as well, and it's working big time. Yeah. Troll Warlord, Battle Trance pop. Look at Flea! Oh my god, Disruption puts him under, but it ain't gonna matter. No buyback at this point. Sox actually even credit for the kill right there with the Illuminate. And Leshak's back up, and guess what? Orchid, your best friend, is back. Gonna chase him down. Not enough for the kill, though, dude. We were able to make it out. That ball getting popped. And now looking to turn on a Quinnipiac in trouble, but the RP from Moomiander saves the day and looks to turn on a Clopper right there. Some way, somehow, Quap actually survived because of that RP from the Magnus there. And Wee's even going back in. Obviously, he has the Aegis, so he doesn't even really care too much, but yeah, look at that. GG at 17.5 minutes. They could have GG'd at 12 minutes, and we wouldn't have been surprised.